Hi, welcome back to the Stovetop. So I've said in the past that I do not like dark roasts. However, a friend of mine sent me some dark roast coffee and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to try it or maybe pass it on to somebody who might appreciate it more. But the wife and I, we want to try this only because it's from Arbuckles and we love their coffee. We really love their Ariosa coffee. So I'm kind of curious to see how their dark roast Ariosa is going to taste. So let's just get right to it. So it's fresh roasted every day in Tucson, Arizona. You can order it online. You can get it on Amazon, but you're going to find more offerings on their website. Right now the website says, and I mean it said this before in the past, but I don't know if it'll ever change, is that free shipping on orders over $75. This is already ground for us. You can get it whole bean or you can get it ground to whatever type machine you're using. So they offer different options on their website. On Amazon, not as much. It's got a nice brown color to it. Smells more or less just like coffee. So I have never really measured this out before. I'm gonna put in, well, let's see. I've rinsed the filter with purified drinking water, and I'm using reverse osmosis purified drinking water to brew the coffee in Mr. Coffee on the stronger of two settings. We're gonna go with 4 heaping tablespoons of it and just see what happens with that. So I'll go ahead and get this brewing and come back and pour the first cups. That was alright, wasn't it?
Well, you called me the wife, not Mrs. Squib.
Oh. So the coffee's all done brewing. I've already poured 2 cups and I really wasn't too happy with that part of the video, so this is a reshoot more or less. Also, it's buying me some time to get the coffee to cool off. So while it was brewing, I didn't get any sort of smell out of the coffee pot, and I kept trying to smell the coffee after I poured it, and something that I noticed with dark roast in the past is you can smell burnt coffee, you can taste burnt coffee. That's what it smells like and tastes like to me. And I wasn't getting that off of Mr. Coffee, and I wasn't getting that smelling the cup. Also, I was reminded while the coffee was brewing that I do not refer to her as just my wife in the video. My director and sometimes producer is "Don't call me Mrs. Squibload." So I'm going to give this a little bit of time just to cool off some and then come back and try to describe the taste. Alright, I've given the coffee enough time to cool. While I was waiting, I asked "Don't call me Mrs. Squibload" what she thought of the coffee, and she thought it was smooth. She liked it. So we may end up getting some more of this in the future. And I was on the Arbuckles website taking a look at some of the different roasts that they offer. If you go over there, you'd be surprised. It's a couple pages of coffee. They also offer tea, and you can get some Arbuckles merchandise while you're there. I'm smelling it again. I'm not. It doesn't have that. Okay, so it doesn't smell like regular Ariosa, which is a really kind of a rich smell. I mean, that's what I think of coffee when the smell of Ariosa. That's what I think of when I think of coffee, and this doesn't smell like that. It's not bad, but okay. So it's smooth. It's not bitter. It doesn't have that burnt coffee smell. It doesn't have that burnt coffee taste. It's different. It's not bad. It's just it's different. Okay. The third sip out of this cup, yeah, I could tell it's a dark roast, but it's a dark roast that doesn't taste or smell terribly bitter or burnt. I mean, I can't say it enough times. That's different. I don't know what they did to take that out of the coffee. Overall, it's not bad. So I'll include a link in the description section of this video where you can find Ariosa, Ariosa Dark, and all of the other roasts that Arbuckles offer. And I absolutely recommend trying out some of their coffee for yourself if you haven't already. So what's going on here? Different location, different camera. What's going on here? Well, this video is already heavily edited because background noise and other things that happen when you're trying to shoot a video at home. And the ending of the video, I've only had a cup and a half of coffee, and I really don't think I was being that objective about the coffee. I still think it's good coffee. I would have this again, but I will tell you, as my taste buds are waking up, and as I'm on, I think, about my 5th cup of coffee here, I do notice that it does taste like a dark roast from the standpoint of it's not a light or medium roast. But there is no burnt smell. There is no burnt taste. I don't need cream or sugar in this. It is smooth. It is not bitter. I would definitely have this again. This may be the only dark roast coffee that I've ever liked. So I thought I would go ahead and just edit this in since the video is already heavily edited as is, and just let you know that if you like the taste of dark roast, it's there. It's there. Oh yeah, one more thing I noticed too, as I started to notice that this tastes more like a dark roast, is that as it cools off a little bit, you'll start to taste a little bit dark chocolate in it. I mean, I don't know that they actually put that in there, but it tastes a little bit like that on the backside. But if it cools off too much, it does start to get a little bit bitter. Still not that bad. Not like some of the other coffees I've had before, but yeah, there is a hint of, at least for me, it tastes a little bit like dark chocolate. But it's not a overwhelming kind of taste. It's kind of just on the backside, and it's not really with those first couple sips where the coffee is piping hot. Was that okay?
Yes.
Thanks, honey.